actually do the forgiveness work that's needed for your business. So when you need to forgive yourself, sometimes that's actually the hardest thing. But first, name the specific decision or pattern you're carrying shame about. What decision, action, or pattern do you most regret? Write it down. Secondly, acknowledge the harm or cost. Don't need to minimize it, though that's easy to do when you're a people pleaser and are in the habit of making excuses for people. But just say, this is what happened. What did this decision or pattern cost you or others? And write the actual cost. Third, examine the context. What was happening when you made these decisions? What were you struggling with that you didn't know how to handle? What survival needs were you trying to meet? What knowledge or skills did you not have yet? Understanding context does not excuse harm, but it provides clarity. You were not malicious. You were struggling, surviving, or just you didn't know better yet. And what was it that Maya Angelou said? When you know better, you do better. Fourth, separate the behavior from your worth. Acknowledge aloud, I made choices and I regret them. These choices caused harm or cost me dearly. I was operating from struggle, survival, or lack of knowledge. They still don't define my worth. I am not my mistakes. I can learn, can change, and I can make different choices now. Fifth, offer yourself forgiveness. And I know this is probably one of the hardest steps, but offer yourself that forgiveness that you need. Place both hands on your heart and say aloud, I forgive myself for this specific decision. I was doing the best I could with the knowledge that I had at the time. It caused harm, cost myself, and I'm acknowledging this. I've learned and I'm choosing differently now. I release the shame that I have been carrying and I forgive myself. Now, you may need to repeat this a few times before you actually believe it, and that's okay. Self-punishment does not undo the past. It's just keeping you trapped. So you've got to remember that. When you need to forgive others, first, name the person on the harm and write it down. Secondly, acknowledge the impact. What did this harm cost you? Write that down. Third, feel the anger, the grief, or the pain. And I know this is scary. So many of us spend so much of our existence trying to feel numb or to just not feel it all, or sweep these feelings and emotions under the rug. But it needs to happen or it's still going to be there. And that mound underneath the carpet is just going to get higher and higher. And then you're going to just be tripping over it everywhere. You cannot bypass this and move straight to forgiveness. Again, I know it's hard. You need to feel the emotions first. Rage, grieve, cry. This is all part of the process. Fourth, understand that people hurt people, but we all know that adage. But healed people heal people. And the person who harmed you was likely operating from their own unhealed trauma, repeating patterns they learned, acting from their own fear, their own pain, their own shame. Understanding this doesn't make it okay, but it separates their behavior from your worth. They didn't harm you because you deserved it. They harmed you because they were wounded and had not done the healing work. Lastly, offer forgiveness to them, not for their benefit, but for yourself. And when you're ready, say aloud or write, I forgive this person for whatever the specific harm was. What they did was not okay. It hurt me significantly, and the impact is real. I understand they were operating from their own woundedness, though that does not excuse it. I'm choosing to release this resentment I have been carrying, not because they deserve forgiveness, but because I deserve freedom. I forgive them so I can be free from the hold this has on me. I am taking my power back. Forgiveness does not erase the past, but it releases the grip the past has on your present and future. Forgive yourself, forgive others for your own freedom, not for them. Then watch what becomes possible when you are building from freedom instead of wounding. You're able to do all the things that you were meant to do in this world with those specific gifts that you have, why you started your business in the first place. If you want more resources and tools, check out the links in the description, and I'll see you in the next video.